Well, welcome everyone. I'm looking forward to sharing my thoughts today on Collect Direct and the way to approach that thinking cap, right? The thinking cap of where you want to go from point A to point B to work through what we call the numbers of potential customers and potential independent representatives that might join you on this adventure, just to share some ideas and also start the process today of getting your excitement level even further along with where we are today, where we're going come October 26th, 7th, and 8th, and where we're going ultimately in January 1st or on January 1st, 2024. Why do I talk about the future when here it is today, October 6th, 2023? Because the future is so darn bright. The future, for those of you that understand what's been going on here, and those of you that watch this recording after, is incredibly bright. Look, I watched a football game last night of my team. I'm a sports nut. I stayed up till I think it was 12:30 because it was a late game out west and it was in overtime. And I was standing in the middle of the room applauding and clapping. I was doing push-ups in the middle of the room when one of my guys dropped the ball. I mean, I'm not kind of a crazy sports fan, right? So sports is definitely something I'm passionate about. But I share that because around the globe, there are very similar people in all of the different spaces that Dave's going to open up. And I need you all to really understand the compassion, the absolute connecting the past kind of history that people have in their hearts and their emotions. And wherever you are in this Zoom recording, think about this for a second if you can. There's a trust factor that's massive in this collectible world. And it's a scary one because there are folks out there on the eBays of the world and on the marketplaces of the world and on the, let's just say Facebook posts of the world that do not have a brand, do not have an incredible mentor in the collectible space by the name of Dave Jordan behind them, that has nothing in his heart more than to bring the past to their future and to your future. And as I share that with you, I want you to really get into your mindset, the confident level of having a brand behind you. It's so important. Patrick, the other day, opened my eyes so much further to where we are as a company for the individual. You see, this is all about the individual. This is all about the person that's going to learn the concept of point clicking and sharing. This is so much about trust. It's mind-boggling because there are fraudsters out there. There are people that say they have this, and it's certainly not that. There are people that would order something hoping in a prayer that what would arrive in their mailbox would be what they thought they were getting. My wife is a very, very good example of that from just her shopping she does online in the past. She doesn't trust it anymore because she'll see a picture, she'll get it, and it's completely different than what she thought she was getting, and then go try to find and get your money back with this company that says they are in the United States, who actually is somewhere else in the world where they have nobody you can physically touch or feel or talk to. It's the world of online. Wow, here you are at the ground floor of a company called Collect Direct. The ground floor as a founding sort of star, each and every you independent reps that can take this concept to the world. Here we are in 2023. I was there. And folks, to understand what I mean by I was there, I sure hope that you will be live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota on October 26th, 27th, and 28th. You know why? Because we're not live streaming that. That is not going to be brought to the world. It is a private showing for the members that make the commitment to be there to experience some of what I'm going to share today a little bit, but really ultimately where this vision of trust and brand will go. Folks, I've been an entrepreneur most of my adult life. I mean, I was a school teacher for 10 and a half years, 11 years back in my other life. And while I was teaching, I was building a business. I went into being in business for 8 years. I lost money. This is back in my youth, right? 8 years I lost money until I eventually broke even and I physically took a leave of absence from my teaching career and went full-time into entrepreneurship as a career, right? And it was a scary time because I had to make a commitment. I'm saying that to you because as I teach you this concept today of a thinking cap and who can give you some ideas, I want you to understand that there is a complete commitment you have to make, but it also has to be the right timing. So most people approach this type of industry with the numbers that we always talk about, which is how do I get to the point where I get the cash flow I need to be able to maybe replace my current salary or income that I earn on a daily basis or my hourly pay. Well, we never, ever recommend to anybody to wish that they can do that tomorrow. We say, look, folks, 8 years to break even in my first career, right, is in business. And I eventually took that 8 years to 22 years where I sold it to a company traded on the New York Stock Exchange. That's vision, that's dream, that's goals, that's commitment. That's no, this is like, get out of my own way, look in the mirror and say, I can do this, I can do this. All of the stuff that those books behind me taught me, that I cannot listen to the naysayers. I'm a butterfly, I want to fly. And when somebody says, go crawl on the ground because you're a caterpillar with me and don't think you're ever going to make any money, I said to them, go away, Mr. Caterpillar, because I will be a butterfly and I will fly. That thinking comes from those books behind me and from the other people that I've heard on seminars like this, right? And I want you all to realize you're all right now caterpillars that are going to fly come January with the commitment you have in this world of Collect Direct. It started when Dave first had this vision. He had this vision when he was a little boy, for God's sakes, right? When he was 8 and 9 years old, he was doing the thing that other kids do, trading cards and doing the things. When he watched his dad and did the things with his dad with the trains. And before you know it, in 1998, Dave says, man, after having stores, by the way, in the collectible space, right? He says, I'm going to do this in the network industry. Why? Because he got it in his blood. The power of the numbers, the power of not being all alone. You see, here's the problem with being all alone. In the retail world, I just read, and it's sad to hear because I'm in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and just south of us is the Columbia Mall in Grand Forks. It's closed. I mean, Winnipeggers used to drive across the border and shop there and come back to Canada because there was a deal to be had. Whoa, wait a minute, a deal to be had. Where'd the deals go? They went online. Where'd the deals go? Because it wasn't necessary anymore for a Winnipegger maybe to go there because it became easier to import through online sales into the Winnipeg market. Oh, wait a minute. There's 135 million eBay customers in the world. Well, forget the 135 million just for a second, if you can. How many people potentially did it take to get those 135 million customers to buy something? Do you think it could have been close to 1 billion with my concept of take 6 to get 4 curious, 2 to say I might buy something, 1 to buy? Those are the numbers. Well, folks, you're part of that group that is going to learn how to get them to get to the Collect Direct website, to get them to want to buy something. And when they get there, it's the company's job to engage them. And it's the company's job to reach out to them after and say, look what's new. It's the company's job to give them a trust factor. And folks, we are a young company, but we're debt free. Dave Jordan has 40,000 square feet and growing of all these containers and all these things of 40 years of incredible collectibles from all different categories around the world. This is, I get a kick out of it. I see different people's posts of times that are kind of the naysayers, right? And there's the naysayers. Those are the caterpillars. They don't want to be here. They're never going to fly with us. And they say, oh, it's junk. It's this and the other thing. Oh my God, somebody's junk is somebody else's treasure. I mean, I don't care. I look in the side of the road in our city and somebody puts something at the end of their driveway. Within an hour, it's gone. That's the world. In our city, they have these things called garage sales. They have these things where people every Saturday and different times during the month will take all of their treasures that they had at one time and they don't want anymore, and they put it on the street on little tables, and people sell there for 50 cents, $1, $2, $5, and they walk away with $1,000 cash, right? And all of this stuff is gone. But guess what? Those folks may sell them on eBay. Somebody's junk is somebody else's treasure. Now, Dave's products are credible, authenticated, licensed collectibles. The brand is important. We are not a show up today and not be there tomorrow brand. We are a legacy brand. We are a category creator. We are a company that is going to build globally this collectible industry that if you go to Forbes magazine and look, will say what to you? It is one of the best, I can't say the word, in the world. You go look, because I'm not a broker, right? I'm not going to tell you you're going to be able to guarantee to make money here. I can't. So I'm going to say to you, all right, listen, I'm not telling you you're going to make a penny here, but what if somebody bought something from you that maybe is X, Y, or Z more than whatever you paid? That's your choice. That's your opportunity. And I can't guarantee that. It's the same thing about the way we compensate you for your efforts. We give you an effort to say, point, click, share this item, and if somebody buys it, we will give you a retail reward. That retail reward is in a percentage coded into every product on the 10,000 items currently and growing on our shopping experience. We're not, I feel sorry for those folks. We're not Columbia Mall that has a lease on every location and employees that I hope show up on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. and that the lights bill has to be paid and the tax for that property has to be paid and all of the things associated to be in traditional business has to be paid, which is risk, which means you have to borrow money to get there. All of those things, right? We're not those people. We are a point, click, share independent rep all over the globe, currently in Canada, the United States, and Australia. But folks, you have to understand something. When I talk about 135 million eBay customers, those customers are around the globe. When I talk about Amazon's billions and billions of sales, those customers are around the globe. Then when we look at the collectible industry, there's 200 million just in the United States alone that collect something. And as I look behind me in this backdrop and I start acquiring time capsule pieces, I look at some of the Beanie Babies I've got, and I've already gone online to look and see, my God, I got a Princess Di. I got a Bones little guy up there and behind me on that side, right there. One of my favorites, right there. That one right there. It's one of my favorites. And when I opened it up, I was like a kid in a candy store. It bring me back to my youth. That's the past. Don't you all, if you could, want to be excited like you were one time in your life? That's Collect Direct. Folks, one day I will envision this message of creativity to each and every one of you. You will have Collect Direct home parties. You will invite your friends, your colleagues, your business associates to your home to share your treasures and give them gifts to go away to do what? Get them to their website. We're currently at 10,000. Dave's pretty much convincing himself by the end of the year, he'll be at 20,000 there or thereabouts. Items. When we talk about items on the website, we're talking about SKUs. And in behind that SKU is inventory. There's going to be hundreds of millions of dollars available for you to not have to buy, but to point, click, and share. But let me just say this to each and every one of you. It's your business. If you don't buy and you tell your team, I didn't buy anything, but just point, click, share, guess what? Good luck to you. My approach to this business is what I do, my team will do. My approach to this business is I bought a sample order. Why? Because I'm so darn excited about where we're going. I want to hold them up. In the background, I see some Detroit Red Wing collectibles that I got and cards that I got and Mad magazines and things like that. I mean, I'm just ecstatic about the fact I'm finding treasures that I wanted inside Dave's world. And it is Dave's world, right? It's Dave's world of vision from 99 to today. So when we look at this, we need a vehicle to tell that story. And I want to share another snapshot for those of you that see this recording after, and those of you that will be in Sioux Falls live on the 27th and 28th of October. And folks, it is incredible. Somebody asked the other day, hey, I can't get into that hotel. It's already sold out. That's because there's going to be bums in the seat. My wife and I always say, hey, it's so much nicer and key to be live, to be there. But guess what? I watched the football game last night till midnight from British Columbia, but I wasn't there, but I was there in my mind, right? But we're not doing a live stream. We want you to be there. There's another hotel. All of the hotels around Sioux Falls are available to you at even some of them lower prices. Just be there. It's not live streamed. Okay. That's a lot of introduction, and I hope I got you jacked a little bit because my head is spinning with opportunity, and I'm an entrepreneur through and through. I'm a vision guy just like Dave, and that's why he and I are close and become best friends. It's important for you to get your head around this. So I'm going to share with you some screen time now on where we're going. Okay. And this is not like 2024. This is like right away. And right away means it's October the 6th. So get ready. When this goes, you are going to rock your socks with excitement of what potential we have in front of us. Folks, I want to just take this page here and have some fun with all of you. We talk about treasures, right? We talk about the ability to go to the point where somebody gets to your website and they get excited. They want to shop collections. They don't necessarily want to join your team, but maybe they do, right? And they don't necessarily want to, buy $1,000 item. They want to buy a $3 item. Okay, that's fine. So let's just have some fun for the next 10 minutes. You see, there's going to be a thing called the vault. This is the Jordan collection, folks. This is the items ultimately that Dave needs a lawyer, a legal document to say, I know I'm buying X, it's verified to be Y, and you are getting it for X dollars. And there's an agreement that says Dave's guaranteeing the validity, the whatever, it's the vault, okay? Customers from around the globe will buy from the vault. You know why? Because they want something nobody else has. That's the collectible world, right? And you got to remember something. In the collectible world, it's no different than the goal-setting world. You start with this and you end with that. You can't start with that if you can't afford that, so you build yourself up. It's no different than people that get into the real estate industry and they buy up their first home and they rent it and they end up to their second, their fifth, their 10th, their 100th, or whatever. They start with this, they end with that. The vault will be that, right? It's the gems, and that section will be an awe-inspiring section. Then there'll be folks that'll say, hey, I'm a sports guy or girl, and I want to get to my favorite sport. Well, this one will go left and right, and you'll pick a category. And that category will be the one category that you want to concentrate on. And then there'll be a section that says timeless, iconic things, right? Let's key in on different things inside our categories. Well, that's important. And then there'll be something specifically on comic books, because it's a crazy industry, right? And as you look now on the shop collection site that's currently there, go look and find comic books. There's page after page of comic books for $5, $10, whatever. I mean, people are into this stuff, right? I just went to a collectible show last week, and I couldn't believe the people jacked in that building, lined up in the cars in the parking lot to get into this building. That's our business worldwide with our point, click, and share attitude. What about this one? Trending collectibles. This will constantly be changing with what's going on in the industry. What's happening? The hot guy on sports, the hot girl in the world on this or that and the other thing. I mean, we all have heard a little bit, if you're a sports person, about Taylor Swift and Kelsey and all that stuff. And I mean, boom, it's like trend. Well, people are searching for Kelsey stuff and Swift stuff. Gosh, one day it could be a trend in our site, right? What about the just released stuff? So you don't have to search through the 20,000. You want to say, hey, what just surfaced? That's going to happen. Folks, this is happening right now before your eyes, okay? And as I share some of this, I want you to key in on, okay, what does it do when it comes to, I get to that category? Now you're inside that category and you start saying, driving into, okay, what kind of dollar do I want to spend? What am I really looking for? You can shop by category, trending subcategories. All of this is going to be able to allow you to drill down. And folks, this is created already, just being coded, and it is going to go live at October 26th and 7th or before. Man, I want you all to sit here today and say, I was there. I was there in August 2023. First, when I started, I became a founding participant. I bought a sample order August, September, or October up until the event. And I'm one person that can say I was there, because 25 years ago, eBay launched with a bloody printer, and then they started selling Pez dispensers. And before I know it, the history is 135 million customers buying something. I was there August 2023. That's all of you. And as you go forward and say, I'm driving people to my website, I don't have a house or a garage full of all of these nutrition products or hair care or whatever the heck that that you're promoting because you're a potion and lotion person. And by the way, I love my potions and lotions. I use them every day, but I'm not telling you that there's negative there. I'm just saying it's a competitive world of 800 other companies that are doing that. Oh, wait a minute. How many companies are doing the collectible business with millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of inventory paid for, so debt-free for you to point, click, and share? I know how many there is. I'll tell you, it's very easy for me to tell you. One, and it's called Collect Direct. Okay? So when you start looking at all of this stuff and you start imagining, I want to drill down. I want to drill down to what I want, what it's going to look like, and what category specifically or person or trading collectible that I want. This website is happening before your eyes, behind the scenes for all of you. You guys that are here today have 10 or 15 people on your team that you're going to share this recording with, I know, and they're going to be so jacked, and some of them are probably going to show up in Sioux Falls as a result. And they should, because they've been here with many of us since February, March, April, May, June, July, August, when we launched, soft launched, September as we course corrected, and October as we go forward to just officially go with our pants on fire into 2024, right? And I'm sharing you this. There's pages that are already coming together that they're not coding right. They're just saying, okay, we're close, we're ready, it will be ready. And then all of a sudden, let's drill down to the specific item. More information on the specific item. More information on how it was graded will be on this website. Frequently asked questions on that item. What about this item? How credible is it? Who graded it? How did it get graded? And what do other companies like about this product? Or what do other products out there look like about this product? Oh, is there any related items like this product? Folks, this is Collect Direct. This is the Dave Jordan vision. This is vision in 1998 that today's reality. You know why? Because of technology. Technology is what allows this to happen. Technology is what lets people point, click, and share. You couldn't do that back in the day. There are people that used to go to a record store to buy records. There are people that used to go rent their VHS videos and go and play them for their Friday night with their popcorn. There used to be people that had to go to the CD store or the LP store. But guess what? We will have LPs on our collectible site because they are a collectible. People will buy the 45s from us and the LPs and play them with their turntables. And they'll say, I got this from Collect Direct. That story will drive more people to the website. It's about the past to the future. And you know what I know right now is our seniors are all of the history of the world. And all of us have to cherish those times we can talk with them. And we know that because they have so much to offer us about what the past was. Don't let the past go away. Let the past come to your future. That's the vision of Collect Direct. So as I share these related website stories here to all of you, and the fact that you'll have related products and trending products inside those categories and the reviews and how it's going in the comments and the testimonials, it just blows my mind when people say, oh, it's a bunch of junk. Are you kidding me? You're talking about valuable collectibles in a vault for you all to learn how to point, click, and share. That's Collect Direct, folks. 2023, August 1st, I was there. Were you? Yes. When you share this Zoom with some of your team members, were they there? Yes. Will some of them be in Sioux Falls on October 26th, 27th, and 8th? Yes. Will they come back with their pants on fire and share all the folks that maybe couldn't afford to be there? And that's fine. Honestly, I'm not saying you to borrow money to be in Sioux Falls. I'm saying your role once you're in Sioux Falls is to go back and pants on fire as many people as you can, because here's what we know. I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. Because if it's 100% of my own, it's a job. That's what the reality is of working 9 to 5. We all do it, and it's necessary, and we love it. Most of us have great careers outside of what we do here, but we want to have fun. We want to have a community of people that are motivated to be able to go into the weekend saying, I look forward to my collectible partners. I look forward to the independent reps that are maybe having that collectible party that I can go over to their home and tell my story of what I collected. The other day I heard Todd say he ordered the dugout. By the way, the dugout, ladies and gentlemen, here's the section of the pop the thinking cap on I want to share. The dugout is one of the greatest categories for you to collect for the giveaway part of our program. Look, business is not about making money day one. It's about having the vision that you're here with a goal to make money day two, whatever your day two is. Now, yes, you could buy something and it's worth more than you bought. And it happens all the time inside Collect Direct. We have sample purchasers that bought comic books that their comic books they got graded were worth $1,000 plus. Oh my goodness. What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? You have been signed out because account signed in on another device. Are you kidding me?
You're still good, Don.
What?
Don, you're still good.
Oh my God, I don't know what happened. I just suddenly I saw leave meeting and I'm going, where did it go? Roger, I'm still okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. And it's asking me to leave the meeting. I'm going, what the heck just happened? Okay. So listen, you've got to understand this message today, right? What you do, your team will do. I'm buying the dugout every month. Why? Because it does qualify me, right, for my personal volume. And now I want to touch on this briefly, okay? This company has already driven customers to the website in a big way. There are many of us on this Zoom and in the leadership that know we'll have more customers than members. And that's a criteria in the point, click, share industry or the direct sellers industry or the direct sharing industry. That's important. Customers, customers, customers. I don't know of any company in the world in the network marketing space that will have as many customers as Collect Direct. And officially, I can't say you as an independent rep is a customer, but guess what? You're paying the same as a customer. But the difference is you get to make retail rewards on your customers, right? So we're all customers in my mind, but you can do your own research. I want you to understand what this really means to all of you. Dave Jordan's opened the vault. Dave Jordan has opened his world and his collectible world to all of us to point, click, and share. And for those of you that discover how to do it, get ready for the future. So how do you use the dugout? I buy the dugout because first of all, I want to have my personal volume qualifications so that my volume doesn't flush out of my team because you have to have some activity. You can't just sign up and make money here. I'm sorry. Volume is how you rank advance. But if you want the volume that's there, not to flush, the eventual plan, the way that your system will grow until you engage and you learn how to, work your numbers and understand how talking to 6 people might get you 4 to 2 to 1. Keep your volume from flushing. Well, buy the dugout. What do you do with the dugout? I've got all these dugout items that my first package I bought. I've given 3 of them away already. You know what that did? I gave it 3 of them away with a postcard. And I said, I got this from a company called Collect Direct. And I want you to go and see what is so darn exciting about this industry. So I bought this from collectdirectcards.com. They personalized this on the back. I have a QR code right here that has my name and so on it. And if somebody takes their phone and snaps on it, or if they look there and they see the website, it says collectdirect.com/my username, what it is, right? Then they go to my website. On the top of the website is my name. I get paid if they buy anything. So I'm saying, hey, listen, I got this item from my dugout for $100. I got 100 BV. What did I get with 100 BV? Well, that's our compensation plan explanation I'm not doing today, but the volume is what generates in our teams and you start getting paid accordingly, right? Every transaction pays 7 or 8 different ways outside of the shopping cart to you. So I always say this, the shopping cart is connected to your bank account. You get to tell Collect Direct's administration team where you want your commissions to go. Now, needless to say, if you earn X, Y, or Z, you'll have to claim that as income, and it's legally required by you, and the company will send the proper document to say, hey, you have to submit this. Different countries all over the world, it becomes other income, so you have to self-explain that, but you get to keep taxable expenses. Cell phone, if it's legally being used for your business. Travel to the event in Sioux Falls, folks, every bit of that bill is an expense that's tax deductible against incomes you earn. It's legal. We'll explain that in Sioux Falls, so we're doing trainings on this. But I want you to understand something. You're buying something to give away. It's a sample that is tax deductible. You plan on making $400 in a month with Collect Direct, if that's your goal, and you bought $100 worth of items and you gave it away, well, guess what? You didn't make $400, you made $300. But what did those 10 items that you gave away do for you? Those 10 items could be part of that yearly meaning conversation today, which is 135 million eBay customers came from where? Probably a billion people saying, I put this item on there, go look and find it. It doesn't, the numbers don't stop. You're one little seed that you planted from a Funko Pop or a card or a Beanie Baby that you got in your dugout. If you give that away with a postcard and say, go take a look, could generate, based on our 6421, a one-member phenomenon. And what do you know about other members in your network business? They have a circle of influence that you don't even know. Why are we so excited about opening the door to the world of collectibles? Because it's a phenomenon that's not going away and only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And if I said that word again, my wife would laugh at me. The word, I can't say phenomenon. She has phenomenon. Da, 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 phenomenon. Da, 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 da. It is a phenomenon. Okay. And there's movies and shows done on this. Okay. The dugout is magic. You all have to understand, as Dave adds more and more items, it's not about the item, it's about the lead generation with that item. Yes, there will be some unique collectibles in there. As I said, one gentleman got a Beanie Baby, one in there that was worth, he says, $600 on eBay he found, and so on and so on. I'm not saying there's a guarantee of anything, but I know as I give away some of these items, I have the potential to get into somebody's circle of influence to open up their contact base that may buy something from my shopping cart. Okay, Smiling Frank, come on off mute. Let's talk a little bit about your ideas about how to promote this business going forward. Go ahead, Smiling Frank from Las Vegas.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfectly.
Great. Excellent presentation, Don. I loved it, and it ties into exactly what I've been doing. So I'm glad to have the opportunity to come on and show you. My first collectible is this. It's a fanny pack. I don't know how old it is. Might come from when I was at Woodstock, but it's a collectible. And what do I carry in it? More importantly is how I've been using it and how it's been working. But let me show you what I carry in it. A bunch of items from the dugout and a few things from my baseball pack. So the way that I start very first is I'll ask a person, I'm out there in the community, and I'll ask a person, hey, if there was a way to match your income with a few hours a week from home and you could have fun doing it, is that something that you might like to hear about? And of course they say yes, or they say, what is it? And then I tell them it's by having their own store that sells collectibles and memorabilia. And then I ask, would you like to see the type of items that we carry? And some of them say yes. Some of them are working and they don't have an opportunity then, but they say they would like to. So when they say yes, I take my little fanny pack that's on my belt and I pull a few things out and I show them a few different types of items. Like when I show them this, I tell them this is an unopened pack of baseball cards that we used to pay a nickel for with the bubble gum. Did you ever buy them? And they would say, yeah, of course. And then I would say, do you know that people are paying up to $2,800 for these packs if they're from a certain year that maybe Mickey Mantle is in? It's unbelievable. But anyway, we have these. And then I show some different examples. I'm not going to bore you all today with different things, but I'll show a graded card. I'll show a little bit larger card. And of course, I'll show them my postcard and how they can see more items. But then when they engage, I'll ask them, would you like to see any more? And if they say yes, then out come the items that I can't carry on my fanny pack. And I have I went to Woodstock. I was one of those. So I have my Woodstock bag, right? And now things that I never knew existed can come out of the bag. Now you talk about being excited with your Beanie Baby. I never knew what a Beanie Baby was. In fact, I thought this was one of those birds with the colored beaks until I read the tag and found out. I don't know if any of you know what this is, but this is hold on, I forget what it's called. It's a puffer. Did you ever hear of a puffer? Anyway, everybody loves these things. They have fun. I never heard of a Funko Pop. But guess what? For $10 out of the thing, I got a Funko Pop. And then, I have a lot of the the larger type items that maybe came from somewhere else. But in any case, this engages conversation. But now I'm going to add something. And this is an idea that I actually got from Dave, and I'm not going to tell you how or why, but it is working. And I'll tell you what it is. Inside the dugout is an item that you could buy 150 Pokemon cards. So what do they cost me? A penny a piece, maybe? I don't know. Well, maybe 10 cents a piece. So if you want to save money and do this, 10 cents a piece of Pokemon card. So I pull out a Pokemon card and I say, have you ever heard of Pokemon? And of course, everybody says yes, right? And so now I explain that I got 150 of these, but I want to tell you something. They're all like new and they're all from the past. And some of them could be worth a lot of money. I don't know. Maybe this one is. I didn't look it up yet. This could be worth $800 or it could be worth nothing. But here's a gift for you. And they are so ecstatic.
Sorry, Frank.
Muted.
Yeah,
I must have bumped into something. I got muted. Can you hear me now?
It's happened once or twice in your life, I bet you. Maybe, and maybe even at Woodstock. Maybe even at Woodstock.
Yeah, people are always trying to shut me up. That's for sure. But anyway, so what am I doing?
You're causing curiosity, Frank, is what you're doing. And every stretch of every turn of every way you approach this, it's about curiosity. And that really is your message, isn't it?
It is. And it gives me a chance to express my enthusiasm. And it gives the prospect a chance to enlarge their mind frame from, they might be thinking, oh, collectibles, you know, I don't collect coins or something like that. And so it completely expands their mind frame. But here's the bottom line. It's working. People are calling me. People are signing up. And, you know, I'm just absolutely loving this. You know, I can't wait to our Sioux Falls event. Just like everyone else, I'm really looking forward to our enhanced website. You know, I don't tell people this is not the website you're going to have. I don't tell people that.
Oh, and that is the important thing. You're right. I mean, futuring is dangerous, right? I mean, we don't want to necessarily tell people wait for this or wait for that because it's currently working. So, Frank, you're bang on right. I mean, look at what we got.
Yeah, exactly. So the way that I phrase it is I tell people that this is the first draft of our website. The next draft is coming out soon, and it's going to be so enhanced. It's going to be just absolutely beautiful. But, you know, if we don't mention, you know, that maybe this first one, you know, doesn't have the categories on every page, you know, getting into that stuff, I feel is negative. And, you know, people don't know the difference. But I tell them
Frank, that's the most important thing is that, you know, we currently have a gold record, but it's going to be an incredible story into the weeks ahead. And Frank, your story was awesome. Perfect timing on it. I got one more person I want to bring on. Thanks so much, my friend, for sharing from Las Vegas, your excitement. And we'll see you in a couple weeks in Sioux Falls. You're the best. Thanks, my friend. Listen, I saw somebody there and I can't see their name. I just say, I would like to share. So come off mute, that person that was in the group chat.
That was me, Don.
There you go, Jimmy. Hey, buddy. I'm fired up.
Yeah, well, I think I got some cool stuff to share, but it's not about recruiting because Frankie Goldstein is a pro, and everybody should try to copy his approach. But more importantly, from my heart, is that Frankie, and a few others on this call, I don't know everybody. There was a movie that the little kid said, I see dead people. Well, we don't see dead people. We see the future. And the future is super bright. And we as leaders and the founders are going to pay a price. And the price is work, and it's tenacity, and it's persistence all in one. And I'm going to tell everybody on this telephone call that you guys will not recognize this company in a year or two. And the founding people that have participated, I can say it, not get in trouble, I hope, but you stand to make a frigging fortune. And if you go to work and work hard, I'll guarantee it, because I've hung out with people that have started companies. I've started 2 of them. I've got 50 plus years experience in this industry. The core people that go to work, it's unbelievable the amount of money that they make. And that's all I got to share. It's we are in a company that's going to get huge. And right now we're nothing. And we're going to make this company happen. And I'm going to be one of them. I've come out of retirement. I swore up and down I'd never do one of these again. And I said to myself, after Bobby Bell showed it to me, I said, my God, what a concept. Collectibles. Nobody can turn that down. So, with Frankie Goldstein's approach, you guys go to work, and we're going to have our share of hiccups. It's okay. Hang in there. So the future is going to be very bright, and I see it. And Don, you're awesome, brother. You are who we need at this job, and your tenacity and all your teaching abilities are coming out in you, and it's coming out at the right time for us. We need you. And I just want you to know that I appreciate the hell out of you. And I've been on every friggin' call. I'm involved, as you well know. And we're going to have some fun and watch this company get big. Okay, guys. Hope you all have a great day. See you. Bye. I got to go.
Hey, Jimmy, thank you, my friend. Listen, folks, I mean, look, like he said, there's no guarantee you're going to make a penny here. There's no guarantee that you're going to be one of those people Jimmy's describing that. But guess what? You look in the mirror and say, why not me? It's your choice. Once you figure out why you want to do this, the future is all about how you're going to get there. Well, learn how to use third-party credibility. Learn how to use the postcards. Learn how to use these events. Learn how to get people to an event. That is all the way network marketing is built. If you look at this as a job, you'll get paid job money, right? And that's basically per hour, my effort. If you look at this as a team, a coaching, a mentoring, a learning event, and I always say, learn to earn, you will find the future is pretty darn bright. And again, I went through my career 8 years to break even in traditional business. I'm already in the positive side of where I bought my sample, on the other side of where I've gotten commissions, and many of you are the same. So it's great future. So let's just open it up. Patrick, the other day you gave me a great idea about trust, and I'd like to finish the call off with you if you're available to share. That was such an important thing about our brand. I know I'm catching you off guard here, but I'd like to finish the call if you're available to come off mute. There you are, my friend. Your trust word inspired me because you said something the other day that just opened my eyes to really where Collect Direct is today. Go ahead, my friend. Let's finish the call with you.
Yeah, Don, terrific call. Frank, the other speaker, you guys are incredible. Yeah, the trust issue is really, it's about the branding, folks. I mean, think about these multi-billion-dollar companies that are out there today. Where do they all start? In a garage. Microsoft started in the garage. Apple started in a garage. All these iconic companies started in a garage. We're not starting in a garage. We're starting from a 40,000 square foot pre-filled warehouse of inventory. Move over, eBay. We're coming. That's all I got.
Hey, listen, you opened my eyes the other day because I mean, I'm point clicking and sharing just as you are. But at the end of the day, I know there's somebody behind me that has my back that's shipping those goods. It's not the mystery person named, I don't know, from, I'm not sure, sending that product. It's Collect Direct and Dave's team sending it on my behalf. I just want to go out there and point, click, and share.
And one other thing, Don, too. I look at this more as an affiliate opportunity. What does Amazon sell? They sell a membership. Okay. It's like 10 bucks, 12 bucks a year, 15 bucks a year, right? Or a month rather. We're $10 a year membership to own and operate your own business from the comfort of your home or wherever you walk. You are your business. You're a walking billboard. you're a walking microphone. So just go out there. This is like the best of eBay, but eBay doesn't own any items. Those are individuals selling on their platform. So they're connecting the buyer to the seller and charging the seller 14% to connect it to the customer. What's it cost us to acquire a customer? $5 if you want to, do that on their first $29.98
Which is your
order.
choice. You're right, because you have that coupon option.
You don't have to do it, but the ability is there. I'll give away $5 of my commission to gain 1,000 customers all day long. Why? Because I know the chance of that customer coming back to being a lifelong customer. Okay, every customer out there has what they call a book of business. How long are they going to be my customer? I don't know. I don't know how long they're going to live. So what if they're a young 20-year-old? Chances are they're going to be my customer for the next 60, 70 years. If they're 90 years old, I may get 3 years out of them. I don't know. But think about that. The cost of customer acquisition is so huge. Giving away these items, unopened wax packs, okay? People appreciate free stuff. They remember you for that. It was your generosity is why they're going to stay in touch with you. So it's about building that relationship with people, not selling them anything. We're just simply sharing a way that they can save, get some great collectibles, bring back the memories, or it's a way they can make some extra money. Who in this world can't use extra money in this inflation that we're all going through? Is food getting cheaper? Is gas getting cheaper? Or mortgages getting cheaper? Everything is skyrocketing out there. I don't care if you're making $1 million a year. Your $1 million is not going to buy $1 million worth of goods anymore. You're lucky to get 500,000 out of that million. So, with that said, I think this is the best opportunity I've ever seen in my lifetime.
Patrick, I'm glad you closed with that because it is such an eye opener for all of us. And folks, we're going to end this call, but I want you all to understand something. Sioux Falls is not going to be live streamed. Sioux Falls is for those of you that are making that effort to be there, and you're going to learn and earn with us. And you guys are going to come back and explode that brand and the trust, because you're going to be exposed to professional athletes. You're going to be exposed to trainers that are going to teach you. You're going to be exposed to 2 days. And somebody asked, how do I order the cards? It's called collectdirectcards.com. And they come to you really quickly, okay? And you do have an option that you could give them a code for giving away a $5 of your commission. That's your option. Learn about that in other past Zooms. Okay, folks, thank you so much for jumping on this Zoom. I hope it opened your eyes. Put your thinking caps on. More of this to come. Wednesday, we'll have 3 guests sharing what they're doing at 8 Central Time, and followed by the following Saturday at 11. We go through these concepts. So thanks again for jumping on this day, and hopefully this helped you put your thinking cap on, folks. The future looks pretty darn bright, as Jimmy just said, because we're fired up, right, Jimmy? We're fired up.